Good afternoon, student. This is the lecture number 24 of unit number 3, that is use principles of directing and controlling for implementing the plans. In the previous lecture, we have studied uh, what is personal counseling, the steps in the personal counseling, the need of personal counseling, and what are the advantages of personal counseling. Today we are going to study the managerial control, that is controlling at supervisory level, importance of controlling, understand team, link between the various department in respect of process and quality standard. Okay, the very first topic, that is managerial control. The control is significant process in management because on every worker there will be a watch or a control by some supervisory person or some manager. Okay, otherwise the output of the organization or goal of the organization will not fulfill within the desired time period. Okay, the controlling is a forward looking and a backward looking function. Okay, controlling is the process that ensure the performance is according to a pre-established standard. Means in controlling it will be observed that whatever the performance of the worker or whatever the performance of the manufacturing firm, that will be according to the pre-established standard or not. Is it according to the established pre-established standard form, then the work is going in the right direction. Okay, the main objective is to find out mistake so that they may be corrected and prevented from recurring. Means the main objective of the managerial control on the subordinate is that uh, whatever the mistakes coming out in the working period, that will be prevented from recurring. Means वारंवार त्या मिस्टेक होण्यापासून वाचवण्यासाठी काय केले जाते की देर विल बी maintain one control over the subordinate. Okay, in order to seek plan result from the subordinate, a manager need to exercise effective control over the activities of the subordinate. म्हणजेच according to the pre-established standard, whatever the expected result are getting or not, depending on that basis manager need to exercise some effective control over the subordinate. Thus controlling is a goal oriented function. Okay, so as the organization is achieving the desired goal, then we can say that the effective controlling will be going on. It is a primary function of every manager uh, to control the each and every activity as well as each and every subordinate of the organization. The controlling function find out and actual performance deviates from standard, analyze the causes of such deviation and attempt to take the corrective actions. Means what, whatever the pre established standard we have designed for the production, that will be analyzed by working performance. As there is some deviation between the pre-established standard and working process, then the manager has to analyze the cause of the deviation. Means how much deviation is there and why that deviation is occurring between the actual performance and the standard prerequisites. Okay, and the attempt is to take the corrective actions. Okay, and some that preventive reaction actions will be taken to control that deviation. Okay, then importance of controlling. The importance of controlling consists of many points, that is improving the employee motivations, ensure order and discipline, then facilitate the coordination in action, help in improving the performance, help in minimizing the errors, help in achieving the organizational goal, judging of accuracy of standard, making efficient use of resources. Means what, improving the employee motivation. Until and unless the employee of the organization will not be motivated, the output of the organization will not be fulfilled. Then ensure order and discipline, means proper way of order and proper discipline must be followed by the subordinate as well as each and every person of the organization. Then facilitate the coordination in action. There will be proper coordination between the subordinate and superior. Help in improving the performance. That manager will always help to improve the performance of the subordinate. Help in minimizing the errors. If there is certain errors will occurring in the ongoing project, then in order to prevent that errors, recurring of the errors, there must be effective action must be taken against the errors occurring in the ongoing project. Then help in achieving the organizational goal. Okay, that is the main objective of organization. Judging of accuracy of standard, means whatever the pre-described standards are there, on that basis the accuracy of the ongoing projects is to be carried out. Then making efficient use of resources, means whatever the available resources are there in the organization, that will be effective utilization of that resources must be there. Okay, so these are the importance of controlling. Then next, importance of controlling in details. Control is an indispensable function of a management. Without control, the best of plan can go away. A good control system help in an organization in the following ways. First is accomplishing the organizational goal. Now the control function measures progress toward the organizational goal and bring to light the deviations, if any, and indicate corrective actions. Means whatever the prerequisite standards we have decided, that will be corrected, or that will be compared with the ongoing projects, and some, is there any deviation in the ongoing project, that will be uh, the controlling functions measures a progress toward the organizational goal and bring to light the deviation. Means as we have decided some pre standards, and we are working on the ongoing projects. If there is a certain deviations in the performance of the ongoing project and the prerequisite standards, so we will have to identify the causes of that deviation and make the corrective actions on that. It guides the organization. It means what? The controlling guides the organization and keep it on the right track so that the organizational goal might be achieved. Means by preventing the deviation and guide the organization and keep it on the right track so that the organizational goal will be achieved on time. Judging the accuracy of standard. A good control system enables management to verify whether the standards set are accurate. Means whatever the good control system we have adopted, it will suggest the manager or management to verify whatever or whatever the standard we have set are accurate or not. Means that good control system enables or give some effective methods to the management to identify the whatever the standards we have set, that will be accurate or not. An efficient control system keep a careful check on the change taking place in the organization and in the environment. Okay, so this is nothing but the judging accuracy of standard. Then making useful usage of resources, means whatever the resources available at the organization, uh, that will be effectively used to reduce the wastage and spoilage of resources to perform activity according to the predetermined standard and norm. Means that's why there will be prevent the wastage and spoilage. Means the procurement will be done by considering the predetermined standard and norm. So as the subordinate follow that predetermined standard and norm, so they can prevent the wastage and spoilage of resources to use the resources in most effective and efficient manner. Improving the employee motivation, it is most important. A good control system ensure that the employee know well in advance what they are expected to do. For that purpose, the management or supervisor has to motivate the employee in the organization. It helps employee to give better performance. Okay, so it's his or her performance will be increased. Understanding the team by supervisor is necessary to control the activity of the team. Means, as there is one supervisor, he will be controlling the team. Okay, so it is necessary to control the activities of the team. That's why understanding of team must be better for the supervisor. So control activities of the team, assign work to team, train team members, utilize team members effectively, avoid conflict among the team members. Okay, means as there is one project, and under that project there are various or different types of activities. By considering the skill, knowledge, and accountability of each and every employee of the team member, by considering that the different activities will be assigned to the different team members. Okay, and control of activity of team. Then if there is any team member is lagging in some parts, so he must be trained at a different platform, and that is important. That effectiveness and efficiently utilization of every team member must be there, and avoid the conflict between the subordinate and team member. Maintain the proper coordination between the supervisor and the subordinate. Okay, that is the understanding level of the team member for a supervisor. Then link between the various department in respect of in respect of process and quality standard. In industry there are various department, uh, such as the sales department, production department, sales department, then maintenance department, purchase department, quality department. Okay, so every industry has a different or various department. The supervisor must maintain the coordination between the different department to avoid the machine breakdown, delay in material receiving, inventory, quality related problem of finished product. Okay, the supervisor can maintain the link with to maintenance department, avoid machine breakdown time. As the machine breakdown time will increases, the production will stop, and as the production will stop, the working hours will be lost, so that it will lead to the delay in the objective of the organization. Then routine machine overhauling, means maintenance of the routine maintenance of the machine must be there. Intimate about the breakdown, means if there is some breakdown will be occurring in future, that will be properly intimated in well advance. That is the maintenance department, means function of the maintenance department. Quality control department, communicate quality issues, restrict the errors in the job. If there are some quality issues, that will be sorted out on time or before time. Restrict whatever the errors occurring on the job, that will be controlled before the actual production. That is the quality control department. Then store department, requisite the material for production, means whatever the raw materials are required for the production, that will be placed in advance. Requisite will be placed in advance. Then communicate the quality of the material and keep record of the procure material and inventory in the organization. Okay, then marketing department, collect market survey information, communicate available resources to marketing department, provide information of new product. Means is there any as such product similar to the product manufactured in the organization, the reviews of that product will be carried out first. then marketing related to the available product in the market, that will be done first, and provide some information of the new product. Human resource development, the requisites of human requirement will be put in front of the HR, provide employee information, communicate HR related issues, resolve issues regarding the human resource. Okay, that is the function of human resource department. Then design and development department provide information about the available resources on the shop floor, coordinate design related issues, train the employee for new product development. Okay, so means as there any employee will be newly recruited in the organization, so training will be provided for the new recruited employee for the new product development. Then coordinate about the design issues related problems, that is the function of design and development department. Then sales and service department fulfill the customer's requirement, communicate available resource and availability of the material, that will be done between the sales and service department. Okay, then next topic we will have to study, that is steps in control process, controlling methods, different types of budget and its advantages, and controlling tool, means what are the controlling tools are there. In that, first steps in controlling, the setting performance standard, measurement of actual performance, comparing actual performance with standard, analyzing deviations, and taking corrective action. The setting performance standard, first the performance standard, pre performance standards are to be set in the organization. Then measurement of actual performance, means suppose the subordinates will working on the ongoing project, is there any is there any that actual performance, measurement of the actual performance, comparing actual performance with standard, means whatever the that actual performance we have performing on the manufacturing of any product, that will be compared with this standard predefined standard. Okay, and analyzing of deviation will be done between the actual performance and the standard predefined standard. Okay, is there any deviation, that will be sent back for setting performance standard, means there will be some changes will be done in the standard. Okay, predefined standard, and after changing the predefined standard, again the same procedure is repeated, that is measurement of actual performance, comparing actual performance with standard, analyzing the deviation. If the deviation is very negligible or there will be no deviation, then the production will be started. Then steps in control process, setting performance standard. The first step in controlling process is setting up a performance standard. The standard are the criteria against which the actual performance would be measured. Standard service as a benchmark toward which an organization strives to work. Standard can be set in both quantity as well as in quality, okay, terms, because only we cannot think about the quantity, we have to think on quality also. So quantitative standards set in terms of cost to be incurred, revenue to be incurred, product unit to be produced and sold, means how much cost will be required for raw material, how much cost will be required for the production, labor cost. Okay, by considering that the cost of the product is to be incurred and revenue to be earned, means by paying all the requisites, what will be the profit regarding the product, and product unit to be produced and sold, means depending upon the requirement of the product, the production of the unit will be done and it will be sold. Time to be spent in performing a task. Then quantitative standards should improve the goodwill and motivation level of the employee. be flexible enough to be modified whenever necessary. Okay. Then analyzing deviation, that we have discussed earlier, taking corrective actions. Now what are the causes of deviation, and what are the corrective actions to be taken in respective of the deviation. Then defective material, if the defective material, raw material, will be utilized for the manufacturing purpose, then that defect will be arises in the final product. Okay. So we will have to take the corrective action, change the quality specimen specifications for the raw materials. Then defective machinery, if whatever the operations we are performing for the manufacturing of certain product, if that machinery is defective, the same defect will be arise in case of the final or finished product, so that we will have to repair the existing machine or replace the machine if it is not repairable. Okay. Then obsolete machine means what? If there are some machines are coming or launch in the market which are having some advanced functions, um, which will not be or which was not present in the old machine, so we can replace the given available machines with the new one. Then defective process, as we are following such a process which consists of some defective process, so we will have to modify the existing process. Then defective physical conditions of the work, means whatever the physical conditions will be there in the organization, that we will have to change for getting the right work. Then measurement of actual performance, once the performance standards are set, the next step is measurement of actual performance, and there are several techniques for measurement of performance. These include personal observation, sample checking, performance report. Okay. Comparing actual performance with the standard, that we have already discussed in the previous topic. Then traditional technique, the personal observation, statistical report, break-even analysis, budgetary control. Personal observation enables the manager to collect the first-hand information. It also creates some psychological pressure on the employee to perform well, as they are aware that they are being observed personally by someone. That's why their work, the work, um, the way of doing work will be changes. They will precaution, they will work by keeping much more precautions. Okay. They will work to do for some good corrections. Okay. It is very time consuming exercise and cannot effectively be used in all kind of jobs. Personal observation is not is a time consuming exercise and cannot be effectively utilized in all kinds of job. Then statistical report, it can be defined as an overall analysis of report and data, which is used in the form of average, percentage, ratio, correlations, present useful information to be measured. Okay. That will be given in statistical, and which will be provided in terms of charts, graphs, table, which will be easily understood by the supervisor for controlling purpose. Then break-even analysis. These techniques used by manager to study the relationship between the cost, volume, and profit. It determines the profitability of the whatever the ongoing projects, whatever the losses will taking place, whatever the errors will be occurring in case of the ongoing project, that will be analyzed by the break-even analysis. Okay. Then next, budgetary control. The budgetary control is a technique in which all operations are planned in advance in the form of budget, and actual results are compared with the budgetary standard. It helps to take the necessary action so that organizational activity objectives are accomplished. Okay. A budget is a quantitative standard, a statement for a definite future period of time for the purpose of obtaining a given objective. It will contain the figures of forecast both in terms of time and quantities. Okay, so that will be done by some subordinate. Okay, the budgeting focuses on specific and time bound target and thus help in attainment of the organizational objective. Budgeting is a source of motivation to employee who know the standard against which their performance will be appraised and thus enables them to perform better. Okay, some some effective measures will be done. The budgeting help in optimum utilization of resources by allocating them according to the requirement of different department. Okay, it facilitate management by exception by stressing on those operation which deviate from budgeted standard in a significant way. Okay, this is the advantage of budget. Controlling tool, the return on invest, ratio analysis, responsibility accounting, management audit, POT and CPM, management and information system. So these are the some controlling tool of the some controlling processes. Okay, so that CPM and POT is the important mathematical tool to optimum the all the resources available at the shop floor. It is one of the unit from the operation research technique of subject, that is operation research technique in the 8th semester of the engineering. Okay, so this is nothing but the controlling tool, various controlling tool, the material control action and remedial measures required for the proper output of the organization. Okay, so this is nothing but the we have completed the different topics in the today's lecture, and here the third unit of the management will be completed. In the next lecture we will start the unit number 4. Thank you.